There we go! All sorted! I'm back. I've got my dice. They're all here. So, I would have a second cam, but my second cam has decided to clap out entirely. 90-degree travel is the only way to travel in space. Yay! It's a long time. Oh god, I forgot what he looked like. He looks... I figured out what he looks like facially. He looks like every generic space soldier NPC in this game that is inevitably going to get shot by something. My shepherd looks like a Mass Effect redcoat. New to say it, Trashley?
Commander, you have a minute to talk.
You do. Wonderful. 6!
It's not normal for an enlisted to speak informally with the commander.
I figured since the crew was so small, you might be more permissive. I mean, that helmsman of yours. Most places, he'd be at captain's mast every day. I know things are different aboard the Normandy, but, I'm concerned about the aliens, Vicarian and Rex. With all due respect, Commander, should they have full access to the ship?
Don't mince words, Chief. What's your concern?
This is the most advanced ship in the Alliance Navy. I don't think we should give them free rein to poke around the vital systems. Engines, sensors, weapons.
Ooh, I've got 4 options here. I haven't thought about what to do for that. I have a 1d4! Four.
I share your concerns, Chief, but I'm under orders.
Under orders to let aliens gather military intelligence?
What the fuck? What the fuck is your ship? He is randomly generated.
Humanity. I mean, have to learn to rely on ourselves.
Every single slider and everything he has said has been entirely down to the dice. Two.
Standing up for ourselves doesn't mean standing alone.
I don't think we should turn down allies. I just think we should.
As for whether or not I will kill Trashley,
as noble
entirely down to the dice.
Now, if their backs are against the wall, they'll abandon us.
The Council's had a grudge against us since the first contact war.
But a mohawk with a handlebar mustache?
I don't think it's a grudge.
Yep, that's exactly what the dice told me to do.
Look, if you're fighting a bear and the only way for you to survive is to sick your dog on it and run, you'll do it.
I wouldn't even have male shep if I decided, but it was down to the dice.
It's not racism, not really.
It's not
Members
racism.
Of their species will always be more important to them than humans are.
These seem like deeply held beliefs, Williams. What made you think this way?
My family's defended the Alliance since it was founded. My father, grandfather, great-grandmother, they all picked up a rifle and swore the oath of service. I guess we just tend to think of Earth's interests as our own.
D4. 3. 1, 2, 3.
All right. I can see where your concerns are coming from, Williams. But this is a multilateral mission. You're going to have to work with aliens, like it or not.
It won't be a problem, Commander. You say jump, I say how high. You tell me to kiss a Turian, I'll ask which cheek.
I don't think kissing Turians will be necessary.
You never know, Commander.
Yeah.
We'll talk later, Williams.
Looking forward to it, sir.
Yeah. So far, we've figured out, just from the dice, that this shepherd is a dick. He's a bit of a dick, but he's kind of a nice dick. There are a surprising number of Trashley fans out there, and they're valid, I suppose. No, you're valid. Like, you're allowed to be interested by a complex, and I imagine she does get more complex in her characters. I think a lot of the problems with Ashley in Mass Effect 1 is that she's pretty shallowly written. But it's like It's like... with Dragon Age. If there's one thing that BioWare has not been historically very good at, it's morally grey characters who are leaning more towards the, like, the mean red side, right? There's plenty of, like, likeable morally grey characters on, like, the good side of the mages and everything in Dragon Age, like Anders. Anders is an amazingly deep and interesting character, despite the fact that I want to punch him in the face. But if Anders was a Templar... My point is, the morally grey mage characters are quite well written, but the morally grey Templar characters generally are not until Inquisition. And they have the same problem with Mass Effect. The morally grey space racists generally are just not likeable at all. But the morally grey good guys, like Morden. Morden's done a lot of fucked up shit, but he's very well written and likeable.
Commander, I'm picking up some strange readings.
Not so much. At least not in Mass Effect 1.
Off the damn charts. It looks like it's coming from an underground complex a few clicks away from the drop zone.
Okie dokie. Thank you, Joker. BioWare games have the opposite problem with the thing I was talking about with Dune, that one several in how Dune is just so morally grey as a setting that any non-morally grey character sticks out and feels unlikable. Yeah, it's the exact opposite with BioWare. Their games are like so cut and dry, like mages are good, Templars are bad, aliens are good, being space racist is bad. That when they tried to do morally grey, like, towards Isabella was amazing. Yeah, Isabella's a really good, well-written character. Because... Oh, hi, Geth ship. I tell a lie, like, yeah. No, because again, when someone's, like, morally grey but a Templar, even in Dragon Age 2, it's like... You're still a dick. I think Cassandra, however, she's not a Templar. She's a Seeker. They're a completely different faction outside of the Leliana too. Again, not a Templar. She's just part of the Chantry. Is this foul blood magic I see? Looks under a rock. Blood magic! Exactly! It's like... when BioWare go beyond subtext, they just kind of suck. BioWare games, speaking only of Mass Effect and the little tiny bit of Dragon Age I've played, are so clear about which side you're supposed to be on. The morally grey characters who are transparently on the right side are written to be likeable, but deviating from the right side gets you villain coded. Exactly! That is exactly it. Like, whether they want to or not, they clearly don't believe what they're writing. Which is fine, you can be bad at writing morally grey, wrong side characters. I'm bad at it, but... don't then expect people to pick up on what you're putting down. Yeah, Templars have understandable points, in theory, in subtext, in the lore and the code, but when you meet a Templar, they're just a dick. Until Inquisition. And even then it's... much like cops. Yeah. In theory. Cops are supposed to protect the people. In practice,